and welcome back to MissionChief.com. I'm Corey Devil, and in today's episode, we're going to be doing something, well, a little interesting. We're going to be building some training centers for the Coast Guard. So, without further ado, I have a list of the training centers and regional fishing training centers for the U.S. Coast Guard. Now, I did find some of the addresses. Some of these I haven't researched yet, but we'll kind of research and build as we go. So, the ones I have done, for sure, researched on, the training center in Petula, California, the training center in Yorktown, and the Gulf Regional Fishing Training Center in New Orleans. Now, all the other ones I haven't exactly researched, but I would assume they're pretty obvious. So let's start with our first one in Petula, California. I did save the address here, so you guys can kind of follow along here. Let's type this in, and it'll bring us right to the front gate of the training center. So we are U.S. Department of Homeland Security, U.S. Coast Guard Training Center, Petula, whatever the hell. I don't even know how to pronounce that. But this is the gate right here, and we have our facility right here. Not exactly sure what goes on here, but this is what we're gonna build. So without further ado, let's grab it. We're gonna try to get an address here. 2 Rock Pizza, I guess. We're gonna copy this address, and then got a lot of lag going on in here, so I'm gonna just actually turn off missions real quick here. Anyway, that's so much better. I could turn off buildings. I could turn off buildings. Do I want to turn off buildings? Let's just turn off Alliance buildings, just because I don't want to see them right now. There we go. Let's just turn them off. Oh my god. Look how fast I can move around now. So much better. Okay. Sorry, I just got a text message. Okay, let's type in this address here in the search bar. This is in Petula, California, which I'm not exactly sure where this even is in California. Let's take a look here. Petula. Oh, here we go. So, where in Petula is this place? Here we go. This is our base right here. And it looks like there's a fire department too, which is interesting. I believe this is the front gate that we originally saw. And then this is our exchange here. But there should be some wording over here that this is a Coast Guard training facility. It's someplace here. But anywho, we're going to make this a... Oh, here we go. U.S. Coast Guard Training Center, Platuma. So, even though there's is there an actual helicopter pad here? Let's take a look here. Oh, there is a helipad here. Interesting. We're not actually going to put it on the helipad, but we're going to put it, I guess, maybe on the fitness center, or maybe just this building right here, just to kind of make it known. So we're going to go to Coastal Rescue School. Here we go. Oh, of course, right where I want to build it, it's not loading. There we go. This is going to be UCG, and then I guess we'll just call it Training Center Petaluma. I'm bad at pronouncing that. Training Center Petaluma. And we're going to build this for 500,000 credits. Now, the main reason for me getting all these training centers... Oh, look at that. It's right there. The main reason for me getting these training centers is because I need to train up a hefty amount of Coast Guard. I'm actually just going to mark this as green real quick before we go too far here. Do that. Try and delete this. There we go. Delete. So with every single one of my bases, I need training on practically everyone. I need training for the aircraft pilots, the plane and the helicopter. I need training for the large coastal boats, which are every single one of these in yellow. Everything in yellow needs training, which is a little unfortunate. And I still have massive amounts of districts to do. I have pretty much the whole Midwest to do. Florida, I have the Gulf area. I'm working on the East Coast, but all this needs training, and a lot of this needs training. The Similax, the Maple, the Black, all these aircraft need training, and I can't get training out fast enough. So this is the quickest route I could possibly do to get everything trained up. All right, just want to get that out of the way, just so you guys know kind of what my reasoning for dumping this much money into training centers is. Up next, we're going to go to Training Center Yorktown. Now, this one I have done research on. U.S. Coast Guard Training Center Yorktown. In Virginia. Yes, here we go. Now this one's kind of interesting because they actually like explosive ordnance drops in the water and like do some weird stuff. You won't see it on this map, but this is the Coast Guard Training Center. And when we grab it from, when we put it actually on Mission Chief, you'll see some really interesting stuff on their map. But here we do have our front gate right here. We do have our police building. What they do, the little police cars right here that are sitting here watching the front gate. But yeah, this is what we're going to be building here. Super easy to find, and let's grab it real quick. Let's zoom in here and paste the address. Oh, that's not what we wanted to do. I wanted to grab this address, pop it in here. There we go. Of course, not found. U.S. Coast Guard Training Center, Yorktown. Come on, you got this. Okay, we'll just type in Yorktown, Virginia. Yorktown, VA. All right. So this is the Coast Guard Training Center right here. I believe this is the U.S. Navy fuel dump, but this is the Coast Guard right here. They also do some explosive handling zones here, and they also have some upriver naval mine testing area, which is really interesting that they do that. But yeah, this is what we're going to be building here. Without further ado. So we'll use this building right here as the actual school. Coastal Rescue, no, not station, whoopsies. Coastal Rescue School, there we go. This is going to be UCG. This is going to be, let's type in Training Center. Yorktown. And built for 500,000 credits. There we go. All right, so Yorktown is also complete here. This is going to make an absolute huge difference on training. Huge difference. So those two are complete. Up next, we could go to our Gulf Regional Training Facility in New Orleans. This building is, actually, I need to save the address. It is right next to the actual Coast Guard boat dock. But this is the building right here. This is the training facility for the fisheries department. But there's also a actual U.S. Coast Guard boat dock here. So this is like a dual purpose building. So we do have a WPB here, and then we also have a buoy tender right here as well. This little crane is just used for buoys and stuff like that. And of course, you can probably see the buoys right here, these green and red buoys. So this is our Coast Guard building here. There's also, this is a very interesting area. This whole area right here is pretty much like a training facility. So there's like so much interesting stuff here. There's the NASA department, there's NASA here. There's the New Orleans Police Department driving school. There's the New Orleans Fire Academy. And then we have a U.S. Coast Guard training facility. So this whole area, there's also the Delgado Community College Fire School. So there's just like an educational area for like, you know, pretty heavy duty stuff. Okay, so this is the building we're going to build. We're going to copy the address, and then we're going to drop it in the search bar and send it. Okay, so not exactly sure where we're looking here. Where are we looking? Okay, this is where we are, and this is where we need to go. I think we're somewhere in here that we need to be built. Here we go. Here we go. I think this is it. Yep, here we go. U.S. Coast Guard Base, New Orleans. So we do have our buoy yard. We do have our ships here. That's already labeled the U.S. Coast Guard Pier and the U.S. Coast Guard Pemlinko. But this building right here is going to be our training center. All right, so let's drop it right here. U.S. Coastal Rescue Station, UCG. And this one's going to be a little bit different. So it's going to be Gulf Regional Training Fisheries Training Center. So the GRFTC. Oh, it doesn't all fit. Gulf Regional. Can we do CTR? Oh, we can't even do CTR because it maxes out. I really wish there wasn't a cap to digits, but that happens, I guess. I mean characters, I don't mean digits. Okay. Gulf Regional's Fisheries. Gulf Regional. We'll just call this. We'll take out fishing. Let's type in center. Gulf Regional Training Center. And we're going to build for 500,000 credits. So like I said, there is the New Orleans Fire Department that they do train here. And then there was a Coast Guard, or not Coast Guard, Police Department, New Orleans Police Department EVOC course right around here somewhere. I'm not sure why it's not showing up on the maps, but it's around there somewhere, which is right here. You can see them with their funky little course here. Anywho, so we can mark this one as green. It is built, and that is pretty much the only one that I've actually done research on. Just these three. Now, all the other ones I will probably find research on a little bit later. So we do have just a few more to do. We have our aviation training centers, which are in Mobile, Alabama. And that's probably going to be an easy one to build as well. We could do that one real quick, but I don't know what building exactly is based out of that. So, yes. All right. Before we get done with our Coast Guard training centers, well, we are pretty much done with the training center aspect of it. We do have one base we're going to build real quick here, and that is U.S. Coast Guard Station Seward. Now, this one was kind of interesting to do. It took me a little while to find this base because they moved bases somewhere between 2009 and 2020. They moved it. So I'm just going to show you guys real quick here, kind of my understanding of this. We're going to go to Seward, Alaska. Now, we're going to head over to the port here. This is the main port. They have pretty much everything they need here. In 2009, there was a Google Maps car that drove past this building right here. You can see the truck right here with the trailer, and then there's a semi-trailer right here that's north to south, and then this is the building right here. This is where the U.S. Coast Guard used to be. Right here, you can see the U.S. Coast Guard logo, all sorts of different stuff. You can even see it over here. You can see U.S. Coast Guard base something. You can't even make it up because this rendering is from 2011, actually. But if we actually look on satellite view from, I guess, other sources, where is it? This base is actually no longer here. There is a brand new base that is like somewhere right over here. It's got like a red roof. I believe it's like right where this little square is. The U.S. Coast Guard moved over here. And then they now use this boat dock for their ship. Now, I tried to figure out where this actual boat was stored. I originally thought this was the boat right here, which I'm pretty sure this still is the boat. But according to this imagery is from 2023. I don't know if this is the U.S. Coast Guard boat because it looks like it, but I couldn't confirm whether it was the boat or not. Anywho, I found some new information, and we're just going to take a look here. I'm going to open up this link real quick here. So this link is from, this image was from 2022. Someone took a drone up and they just did a 360 view of the whole port area. This is the U.S. Coast Guard boat. You can see how we could like figure this out. If we're looking at this boat right here, you can kind of see like a yellow mast, and then you can see of course the square back and the curved front. So we have the square back, the yellow mast, and the front here. So that's why I was thinking this was the official station, which it makes sense because they just go from here, over here, up here, over, and then right here. But according to new information that I found, with the satellite view, or this rendering of the 360 view, the ship is now stored here. And then the base is actually this building right here. You can see that there was a little square right here next to this like little oblong L-shaped building. Now next to the L-shaped building, there's this little red building, or a little white building with a little red roof you can see here. So they go from all the way over here, down here, and into the boat. Now I confirmed this also by the harbor website. They have like a layout of the whole harbor, which is actually kind of interesting, which I'm going to show you guys right now. Oh, that is not what I was going to show you. There was a website. Where did I put it? Is this it? This wasn't it. There was a website, and I don't know where I put it. Let's go to unmerge here. But yeah, we're going to be putting the boat right here at this spot here, which is also right here, right at the L, or the elbow of this this rock sandbar, or breakwater, whatever you want to call it. This is where our boat's going to go in Mission Chief. Okay, so let's head over to Seward, Alaska. All right, so this is our little pier. We have the elbow right here, and then we're going to drop the new building. And this is going to be our boat dock. This is going to be Coastal Rescue Station, and we're going to drop it right here. And this is going to be the Mustang. The boat, the single boat that is here is the Mustang. This is going to be, whoopsies, UCG Station Seward. Just going to move this just a little bit closer here. And we're going to build this for 500,000 credits. According to this information, the Mustang is stored here, but that is incorrect. The Mustang is not stored there. As we saw from this photo right here, the Mustang is stored here, not there. Not sure why it was even listed here, but yeah. All right, without further ado, we're gonna build the Mustang. We're gonna get one personnel hired up here. We're gonna go to Vehicle Market. We're gonna go to Large Coastal Boat. We're gonna go to Edit. UCG. And then we're just going to grab this information here. We're just going to copy and paste this. Control V. US Coast Guard WPB 1310 Mustang. And then we're going to go to Edit. We're going to go to Graphics Pack. We're going to go to Small Coastal Boat. And then we're going to do this for the WPB. All right. This one is pretty much, it's just going to need training. But other than that, it is good to go. I'm just going to show you guys one more reference piece real quick here. Seward Boat Harbor Marina map. We're going to take a look at this picture right here. And this is going to show you guys just a brief overview of the harbor, if you don't believe me. This is a very, very nice map, especially for Alaska. Not saying that Alaska is, horrible or anything, but, So we do have our U.S. Coast Guard Mustang here on the Z float. So the Z float, and this is the breakwater right here. This is that rock wall that goes right down here. Then we have our Z float, and the Mustang sits here. So, and then the U.S. Coast Guard boat station or the actual station itself is like here. But anyways, I just want to show you guys this map. Pretty interesting map. That's why I kind of found this building. I really originally thought it was up here, but according to my resources, the building was actually, the U.S. Coast Guard building was torn down and it was now turned into just an asphalt parking lot. So yeah, just want to show you guys that real quick and get this station out of the way. All right, without further ado, we're going to mark this as yellow because it's going to need some training, and then we're going to mark the U.S. Coast Guard Station Seward as built. All right, thank you for watching this episode of MissionChief.com Coast Guard Edition Style. Gosh, we just finished, well, somewhat. We just finished District 17. We do need to get some training here. We have a few more units to build here, but other than that, every single building is built. That's huge. So like I said, training is going to need to get done here. But thankfully, we just built a bunch of training centers. We built 3, so that's 30 personnel we can train up every single week. So that's going to be absolutely huge.